Something slight, man. We ain't gonna be here too long. It's really this is really a hold on. Dang. I really like that instrumental. It's real nostalgic feeling, you know. Being with my rest in peace Ray E, my older cousin, going to Emporia for the summers, and while I was living in Maryland, Emporia, Virginia, that is. And I ended up going high school out there for 3 years. That's down the line. Maybe that's time for a different story. But yeah, I love that beat. It's real nostalgic, real late 90s when I was like 5, 6, 7. I was 7 in 2000, like 5. No, yeah, around that time, like 4, 5, 6. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I really like that instrumental. But again, this slight episode is called, of course, Who's Invited to the Cookout? I want you guys in the comments, especially rebroadcast, because 90% of you guys want to catch this rebroadcast, but I want you guys to put in the comments what you guys think I mean and timestamp it, what I mean by who's invited to the cookout. This should be an obvious question, but it's good to see unique answers. So give you a little bit of time. All right. So when I say invited to the cookout, of course, we're talking about when Black folks basically give the key and access to the most appreciated, most, positions or statures in the Black community. You just give honorary, nominations, it ain't always got to be, white people. It could be Indonesians. It could be Hispanic, even though I think majority of Hispanics are Black. Majority of them are also Anglo. Let's not play ourselves with that. There is a big Afro community in the Hispanic, Spanish-speaking Latino community, but there is also a heavy Caucasian or Anglo. So let's not play ourselves. Anywho, this is just for our people say they invited to the cookout. They invited to the cookout. White boy make a layup. They invited to the cookout. White boy did a Black girl. They invited to the cookout. White guy does the Dougie in a party. They invited to the cookout. They Democrat. They invited to the cookout. You guys get my point. All this, who's invited to the cookout? All right. Now, this is not an anti non-Black segment or non-Black ideology or place I'm coming from. But it is a Black appreciated, a Black dominated, a Black created atmosphere. So anybody that even comes in contact, because Black people, especially in America, we went through so much identity crisis. They say we're from Africa, but we don't know. We might have already been here. Not saying anything's wrong with being African, but Africans even act a way towards it sometimes. Well, a lot of times, such as Akon siding with 6ix9ine. A lot of, in our community, non-snitching, and Bloods, in my opinion, Bloods, Crips, and Black gangs, well, basically Bloods and Crips should be learned in Black History class. They are Black History, whether negative or positive. It has a heavy impact on the African American culture, if you want to call it African American. But we can keep it political as a term that everybody understands. African American. So having gangs and Bloods and Crips and being a part of everybody's life, but all this invited to the cookout stuff, we have to set a standard. We have to set a standard. Like, we just can't get happy and jolly and just saying people invited to the cookout. Basically, if you're saying you're invited to the cookout, you're basically saying, hey, you're one of us. You're in arms. You know what I'm saying? You can come to my grandma's house and eat my grandma's food. And it shouldn't be that easy. Again, expanding on Akon, Africans don't even really see us as them. So he has no problem siding with 6ix9ine. He has no problem saying what 6ix9ine is coming from or doing business with 6ix9ine, because Akon doesn't see himself as one of us. Even though, just like any other nationality or race comes into the African American community and take what we have, become a fake popular face, act like they mess with us, take their fame and glory, and go off and do what they want to do. Nobody really takes the Black culture serious. Like, it's okay when everybody's off work or done doing business or done doing whatever family things with their cultures and traditions. And when they want to let their hair done, they want to sit here and dance like they're Black and rap like they're Black and be in the Black spaces and communities and think everything cool. And guess what? Niggas let it happen because they invited to the cookout. We got to stop this, man. Tyrone Church was good, big dog. I'm glad you came in. Of course, it's a live broadcasting of an episode. Who's invited to the cookout? Shout out to Tyrone Church. Great supporter, man. Appreciate you. I should also be the third shift after this. So, you know what I'm saying? We're going to have a quick show just to wrap it up, give some good content, and we can go to third shift and wild out and have a good time amongst the fellas and a couple cool females that take female rhetoric. Shout out to DJ Kuda. Being in the third shift is like being at the bar. You know what I'm saying? Just, everybody's speaking their opinion. Some people agree, some people don't agree, some people argue, some people, what I'm saying, it's fun, you know what I'm saying? And then there's some females that come in and speak their opinions. And they come respectful majority of the time. I haven't really seen no disrespectful female. They might say some crazy things and just, you know what I'm saying, just ramble, but that's okay. That's their opinion. I haven't seen any come in disrespectful. But anyway, so Akon doesn't have to see like the rest of us. My opinion on 6ix9ine is for another story. It's not what this is about. This is just about, my people, the American Negro, giving out their love and giving out their resources and giving out like their friendship too easily. I forgot it was like a little white kid acting like he was getting bullied. I think it was like last year. Like, they beat me up and called me names, you know what I'm saying? And Chris Brown, all these niggas didn't bat an eye to support him. Don't know nothing about him. Just seeing a little white boy crying, and they donate him, thousands of dollars. Come to find out, the little boy was a racist, and he was saying the N-word. That's why they was whooping his ass. Again, but when it comes to one of us, it's deadly. Everybody keeps saying Black people are we're naturally nice people, we're naturally good people, we're naturally this and that and spiritual. We was taught like this. Our brothers get to that Black power knowledge, you know what I'm saying, which is okay. But Black people, unless we have been taught to hate ourselves, but Black people can be very violent. Like, yes, we're nice to everybody else, but when it comes to us, we are very violent, we can be very cutthroat. And it's crazy. It's like, that kid going down the block, you know what I'm saying, trying to hang with this little block or whatever, or little neighborhood, or group of friends, or however you may put it. And the group of friends don't respect him, go around and they be smacking his head. He thinking they friends, you know what I'm saying, being sarcastic with him. He just trying to hang around. But I think everyone snitches. Good point, Tyrone Church. Oh, this and listen, like I said, that's a great topic for probably my next episode. I will write that down. We're going to discuss snitching, but I was just using 6ix9ine just as a example how as a whole, the black community views snitching, even though people in the black community has snitched, but like it's a big no-no in the black community. But everybody else is like, whatever. Even Akon and you know what I'm saying, they're like, oh, whatever. That's a nigga thing, a nigga thing. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah. So that's what that is. But we definitely can discuss snitching. Excuse me. So basically, what I was getting at, black people can very mean to each other, like very, very evil and mean to each other. So it used to bother me, like, oh yeah, let me get to the point. I apologize. So basically, it's like when black people go and try to, y'all good, y'all good. I even seen parts where black people stick up for the other nationalities, like a Hispanic or Chinese or something, against another black man, another black person. Like you ain't got to do all that. Da, 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 da. That's why we always and they get the blame, get the victim blame. I mean, just disgusting and embarrassing, and just no pride. I mean, just no ethics of loving self. Just no camaraderie. And this goes for man or female. You know what I'm saying? Just no love. But when it comes to one another, we extra nice, holding doors. I seen the most meanest looking gangster hold the door for a old white man. I'm like, this nigga turned into the Jolly Ollie man. This nigga mean mugging me looks crazy in the face. A little old white guy with this American veteran hat on comes through. He has no problem opening the door, smiling. Good morning. Damn. Ain't nothing wrong with telling people good morning, but damn, brother, you didn't. I thought I had to square up. I thought I had to wreck you for a minute. But that's what I'm saying. It's a mixture of stock syndrome and inferiority. I'm not saying don't accept people from different nationalities and races. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is just have some standard. For example, I saw a video of a white guy fighting two cops that was putting down a black man. Like they was holding him down. Everybody else was watching, and the white guy just hopped in and started wrecking. Invite people like that to the cookout. Cause he really rolled for that black. Like he really threw punches. He really risked his health and his, you know what I'm saying, his freedom for that. I can respect that. He can get a plate. But people like, what's that white guy to be just extra reckless with his mouth? Mike, what's his name, man? Y'all tell me his name. He was on a couple movies. He sounds Italian. Y'all know who I'm talking about. To be running his mouth all the time. A white guy who be calling out Kevin Durant. And I forgot his name. Oh man, I can't think of his name right now. He kind of slowed down now, but like he got like orange hair. I forgot his name. But anyway, people like that just because he goes at Trump and singles out a few white people, he can just speak how he wants the black people. No, you need to watch how you talk. It's okay to disrespect. It's okay to disagree, but watch what you say and how you say it. You shouldn't just be able because you think ain't nothing gonna happen to you, or something does happen to you. You know, if you get the authorities involved or anybody else, they're gonna look at you as the victim or innocent. Tyrone Church, I think, black whole other black to a high standard. Yeah, no, I gotta disagree because the way, for example, hold on, G gotta hold a black wolf. He got a black wife. I think we're talking about the same person, and that's another thing. People like, Gary Owens, making majority of his material about his mixed daughters and how hard it is to do their hair, and like he's an average comedian at best. But black people parade this mother. YouTube got the algorithms, but black people parade him like he's some black some comedic Slim Shady, and even Slim Shady's overrated in my opinion. Like just giving it out. Like Gary Owens is not that funny. Of course, majority black women find him funny because this whole white guy fetish or fetish of want to try to compete with black men. However it may be, but like people like that, you don't just invite people like that to the cookout because you don't know their intentions for real. Maybe he's not accepted in his community, so he figure, well, I'm gonna go with the black folks. They'll accept anybody who's not one of them. because you can't make it in your own society. Case in point, what's that? What's that? White Iverson. Who made that joke? The white guy. That's my man. What's that white guy? I'm bad with names, man. What's that white guy? Made the White Iverson. I forgot. I'm bad with names right now, but like him, he couldn't make it in folk music. He started out doing folk music, like music of how he grew up, probably like in a small town in the Midwest somewhere, old folk music. But he couldn't make it in that, so he comes to rap and start harmonizing, sound like one of us. He becomes a platinum selling artist. I'm saying platinum. That's so early 2090s, but a high stream, a high requested, a on the Billboard chart artist because we just let him in. It's like anybody in, but when it comes to us, we make it so difficult. When we create all the sauce, it's like this world is unseasoned and we give it sauce. Everything that has sauce has been somewhat observed by us. We are chosen people, in my opinion. God's chosen people, but we don't have to go down that route. This is not one of those. It's not one of those episodes. So it's just just discussing. Just giving out. Just letting people in. Like Lord Jamar stood against Eminem and said Eminem's against in hip hop. Black people argued him down. Black people argued Lord Jamar down about saying Eminem is a guest in hip hop, and he is, but it's just black people, us black, we just want to give it away. We just hate. I don't know, and it gets disgusting, man. We gotta do better. Just giving away our highest achievements and highest statures. You know what I'm saying? It can get very frustrating. You know what I'm saying? But even when Benzino tried to go Eminem, they took Eminem's side. They didn't think twice. You know what I'm saying? Since we want to invite everybody else to the cookout, how many cookouts are we invited to? Who invites us to their cookout? Yeah, every now and then you might find, come on over, get a glass of wine, or Hispanic, come on, Corona, come get a Corona. You know what I'm saying? But some are cool, but majority ain't gonna invite you there. We just let anybody in, take advantage of us and leave. Even Kamora might. I think O'Shea Duke Jackson did a show on that, talking about Kamora's how she's kind of turning her back on the black community and like kind of siding with Asians with saying how we don't really need to be around or don't want to purchase. You know what I'm saying? Don't want us to purchase from them. People are showing their true colors during this quarantine, but it goes to show nobody. It's a very, very few that's not us that's really truly with us. A lot of people that's truly or that say that with us are just using us. You know what I'm saying? So I'm about to head on to the third shift, man. Thank you guys. Shout out to Tyrone Church. Shout out to the people that's watching the rebroadcast. Who catch my shows, you know what I'm saying, and can catch live. And of course, I'm setting up my studio equipment. We're getting it right. I'm getting things ordered so we can have more visual. I just know when I go visual, I just want it to be right. I just don't want nothing raggedy. You know what I'm saying? That's why I kind of moved from here. You know what I'm saying? I ain't hiding nothing. You know what I'm saying at all. But thank you guys that tuned in. I'm out.